All of the top 10% of communicators in the world have these 6 things in common. They've mastered the art of silence. You see how hooked you were then? And here's how you can do it too. When you're talking to a girl you like and you experience that awkward silence, you think the conversation is going terrible, right? But here's what the top 10% of communicators don't tell you. You need to start actually using silence to your advantage. First, to show confidence. Having the ability to pause or slow down the conversation displays that you are in control, not them. To show intelligence, by giving yourself time to think and answer better questions rather than panicking and saying something less smart. And finally, to tell better stories. If you want people to be obsessed with what you say, you've got to be comfortable with talking less, but saying more. For example, the best communicators don't go, "So I was at a nightclub, it was 3 AM and I was about to get a drink, but I was pretty tired and it was about to close, so..." Because that is too long, too messy, and you'll lose their attention fast. So instead, use number 2, the 1-sentence rule. This rule is about instantly grabbing someone's attention by summing your story up in just 1 sentence. "I got stuck in a nightclub once. That was a wild experience." What? How did that happen? But here's the key. You tell them what happened first, not how it happened first. You see how you just caught their attention straight away? Now you want to focus on not losing it. And the biggest thing that separates an average speaker to an amazing speaker is the ability to, number 3, remove those filler words while telling a story. She was going to, what's the thing? And don't worry, if you struggle with this as well, I've actually found a couple techniques that really helped me. The first is the water technique. If they ask you a tough question, so what would you say are your best qualities? And you need some time to process what they have just asked you. Good question. Sip that water. I would say I'm charismatic, and then answer the question. The second is the breathing technique. Where you're mid-conversation, you take a natural deep breath in order to just give you that little extra thinking time. So we went to this new restaurant down the road, and as we got there, yeah, that's nice. Or as soon as you notice yourself running out of things to say, finally practice slow sentence starters. You see, I like going to the gym in the morning because there's a lot less people and you just get it done with. You know what? That's a really good point. I didn't think of that. You see how that just gave me a good 5 seconds to think about what to say next? Doing this also shows that you are actively listening, which takes me nicely to number 4. Most of the time, you are not really listening. You're just waiting to talk. You hear the first few words they said.
"So I was playing football at the weekend and..."
Start forming your response, and by the time the other person finishes,
"I just broke my spine mid-game."
You've missed half of what they actually said.
"I played football on the weekend too."
Top communicators don't do that. They listen to understand, not to reply. And what that means is, while someone is speaking, you should be fully focused on being present, mentally summarizing. Okay, they're saying this, and it feels like this. And they don't want to do this. And instead of interrupting or jumping with your own story, you simply let them finish. And then you respond with something relevant to everything they were saying without missing key information. Number 5, speak with your chest rather than your throat. You might not realise it, but you're most likely talking to people from your throat. The best way to test this is to speak and feel where the vibrations are coming from. For example, "Hello, how are you?" That sentence just came from my throat. "Hello, how are you?" And that sentence just came from my chest. Notice how different they both sound. "Hello, how are you?" "Hello, how are you?" The top communicators will always have their chests out, take deep breaths and use their diaphragm to push sound out, giving their voices more power and depth, making people want to listen more. And finally, if you want to be ahead of 90% of people, then you need to, number 6, change your mindset. Right now you're thinking, "Oh, they probably think I look weird. Did I just say that wrong? Oh, what am I doing with my hands?" But what you forget is that they're also thinking, "Do they like me? Am I sounding strange? Why did I just do that?" People are never spending nearly as much time thinking about what you're doing than you might think. Now, I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but when you understand that, conversations with new people feel so much less scary. And even if you do say something embarrassing, most people will forget in the next hour as they'll be too busy thinking about, "That was weird." What's for dinner tonight? What shall I
I
have?
wouldn't mind some spaghetti carbonara tonight.
Do you even remember the last embarrassing thing somebody said to you? Because I don't. And for most new people you interact with, in 5 minutes you'll probably never even see them again anyway, so it's not worth worrying about. So you got this. Thank you.